Hello, welcome back to another episode, another podcast on real estate investing. And today's topics, we're going to do a deep dive on Florida investment properties. And you could be surprised how we're going to present this. So stay tuned and welcome back. And of course, my co host is none other than Julie. Hello, Julie.
Good morning. How are you doing, Seewing?
Fine, thank you so much. And thank you for your time to co-host with me on a weekly basis. We talk about so many different topics and you are always thirsty for knowledge, thirsty to learn. So you learn by doing, you learn by co-presenting with me and I really enjoy doing this for me. And again, today we can talk about the Florida housing market and we're very exciting. Without further ado, let me share my screen and get it rolling. Florida is a location which I've been involved with on a personal basis and on a professional basis for many years. So I've seen Florida market has grown dramatically on a consistent basis for the past 20 years. And regardless of what's going on out there, all the doom and gloom, all the negative headlines about various markets, still, you and I know, Julie, if you find a good market, if you find a good turnkey provider, you can cash flow from day one at 25 down payment with the turnkey property management, the whole 9 yards. You can buy remotely, successfully, passively, scale your portfolio over time, long term for the next 10 years or more. And people should be able to achieve their financial freedom goals. Am I right, Julie?
Absolutely. 100%. Yes.
Great. So Florida, we have a great turnkey provider in Florida, Southern Impression Homes. They are just one of the amazing company. They do such a great job. They are the top notch, the leading turnkey provider built to rent investment homes for out of state investors such as our organization. So without further ado, oh, by the way, Florida has been the number one fastest growing state in the country.
Wow.
There are typically 1,000 people moving into Florida on a daily basis. Again, doesn't matter where you invest in every location is local. If you're able to find properties that are in a local neighborhood, there's no such thing as a national market. So in Florida, no exception. So let's go over the big picture here. The big picture. Let's go over the Florida map. Give you a high level map that we can do a deep dive of the pro forma of each pro forma in each property that we have. So this is the big picture. This is the market penetration that we have, and our turnkey provider have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 metro locations where they are promoting turnkey, cash flow, new construction, single family home, duplex, and fourplex, which is amazing. The reason why we pick these markets are they are emerging market. This turnkey provider, they've done years of research. They have a great track record for the past 10 years or more in Florida. So they've done most of their research and due diligence. And you as the out of state investor just go do your process, go do your loan financing, go through your research and due diligence and take action in these markets and you're going to be fine. Am I right, Julie?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Those are some great areas, great neighborhoods, very familiar neighborhood. And of course, we know Florida is a growing market. So it's a great opportunity to do some real investing and in addition to cash flow, get some decent appreciation there too.
Yeah. Again, I'm not going to talk about the other areas of Florida. We target entry level home prices where the numbers make sense, where you can pay 25% down payment, you can cash flow. We got some builder incentive. They pay down for you. You can get a 4.75% fixed rate mortgage. You can get 5% 30-year fixed rate mortgage for the more cash flow on this new construction properties. But if you buy in the wrong market, the news media, they always mislead people. Then they talk about the Florida in general. Yes, some areas of Florida, they have some insurance issues and eight issues and weather conditions and all the negative headlines they pop out there and mislead a lot of people. But we invest in an area that are not in a hurricane zone, they're not in a flood zone, and the insurance premium that our investors pay to to buy these turnkey cash flow new construction homes are very low. It's very normal insurance. Is that amazing? And
Right. Yes, that is amazing. Really. Because out here in California, a lot of people are struggling to get insurance, and it's just because of the fires. It's not really flooding. We don't really have a flooding issue out here, but yeah, the fires.
yeah,
So if you can
well,
get it, that's free.
there are many areas of the U.S. by the coastal areas. We're talking coastal California, the Gulf Coast, and the Florida coast, where insurance is an issue because of the weather conditions. But
Right.
we, our turnkey provider, Southern Impression Homes, they strategically promote properties in the deeper in the inner areas of Florida where you're not subjected to a hurricane. Also,
Right.
and weather conditions and no flood zone either. Again, there are no HOAs pretty much on our properties, and there's no insurance issues, normal insurance premiums, and construction homes are built within the safety code. A lot of people don't know the older Florida homes, the homes are built 30, 40 years ago, they have a lot of insurance issues, and because they're not built to code the Florida hurricane code regulations, whereas new builds they are they comply with the safety code, so the risk is minimized. Anyway, so these are great locations, and so let's do a deep dive because what's so unique about Southern Impression Homes, our network provider, is that they have the links they have down here. You don't need to go through any more research and due diligence. Just watch all the videos and all the reports. In fact, this link, all these links, it may be very small, but when you click on it, there's a tremendous amount of detailed information on each of these links. I'm not going to go over into detail because it'll take one whole day to go through this.
It's a seminar.
Well, this is only a 30-minute video. Let me give you a sample of what one of the markets in Inverness, the market report. You can click on this link and do your own research on this market report. This market report already provided to you. It goes through
Right.
all the data, all the housing market, all the metrics, all the growth, all the numbers. See, Southern Impression Homes, they do such a good job of providing you this professional data, trends, and reports and videos. And you can learn so much more before you actually pull the trigger. So every market have a market report. You can do your own due diligence.
Right.
Yeah. And then let me quickly go to another scenario. Now we will go to available properties. Okay. And 9 locations, it can be very overwhelming. Of course, at the same time, when our investors come to me, I will consult with them to determine is there buy box. Pick a property, pick a location. You don't have to invest in all 9 locations. Which is,
Mhm.
if you have,
Right.
you have the money, why not? Why not buy in all 9 locations?
That would be great. That would be your goal.
Yeah, some investors from out of state, not from my network, but that they have bought 3 or 4 or 5 of these turnkey new build constructions there in the various locations of this particular turnkey provider. They know what's going on. And this is the weekly or daily inventory list for various locations. I'm not gonna spend too much time, but Palm Coast in Ocala, I have a property in Ocala area, and
Mhm.
Southern Impression Homes, Southern Coast Property Management is managing one of my rental property in Ocala area. So they did a great job of helping manage my property there, my new
Mhm.
section. But anyway, Ocala is a Central Florida. They have these kind of properties available for sale at the various stages. Some of them are already for sale. Some of them are completed. Some of them are under construction for a few more months. All the the price point, single family home, then down here, Citrus Springs, Ocala, Inverness, Inglewood. This is the Central Florida area, and so scroll to the right. Any investors can click on these kind of links and just do their research, all the details, square footage, price point, all the status of this particular property. This turnkey provider, they are so large, they have so many inventory, their system is so organized, and they have a team in order of location, property management, the rehab team, not rehab team, but the whole, everything, Cape Coral, Fort Mile, all of those. See, all of these properties. They're available. There are quite a few properties available. They get sold very quickly. They get rented very quickly, and all that. So very comprehensive listing, which is very,
And just for clarity's sake, too, with the Southern Impression homes, are those all new builds that they're offering? Oh, wow. That's powerful.
yeah, all new builds. Yeah, it's really amazing. So they know what they're doing. Okay, it's entry level homes. They're only built entry level pricing where you can cash flow that with a number of homes. They know what investors want, uh,
Right.
and all that. Let me see what else I can under available. No, let me put under something else. It's just so many things to maneuver. Okay. Yeah, so let's go over pro forma by market. They break down to each location, the pro forma. If I can pick Jacksonville, for example,
Mhm.
Jacksonville, they have they have fourplex quads, new construction, 4 unit. I know they're pretty expensive. 985,000. They have different loan program. Whatever you can qualify investor, they choose whatever loan program that makes sense for them. Of course,
Right.
our go-to advisor for Florida is Jennifer Lucero. Jennifer,
Mhm.
she worked with our investors one-on-one to determine what loan program is appropriate to their situation. If you pick this 30-year fixed rate mortgage at 5%, there's a incentive build a rate buy down.
Mhm.
And here's a performer. At the end of the day, you put 5% down payment on this $989,000 4 unit or this quad, if you will. At the end of the day, 25% down payment, and then the monthly net cash flow is $1,420.
Mhm.
So all these numbers are really very attractive. I'm not going to go over the details. I mean, you see all the projections, all the numbers you can review on your own. If somebody can afford these fourplex, why not? Why not?
Mhm.
Uh, yes.
That's a very good deal. That's actually a great deal.
Yeah, in excellent locations, fast growing, emerging market, people are. They even look how
House hacking. Yeah, I saw that.
even having third impression homes even take their time to go over a house hacking situation. Now, how many company are willing to go out of their way to go do a scenario? And
Mhm.
for those of you who don't know what's a house hack, you and I done some videos on house hacking from time to time, whereby you can buy a 2 to 4 unit
Mhm.
as primary, as an owner occupy 1 unit, you rent out the other two units, 1 to 4 units. If you can use a VA loan, I'm a veteran. I have done down VA
Great.
loan uh, several times in my lifetime. And you
Mhm.
can do a FHA 3.5% down payment on the
Nice.
occupy
Right.
3 to 4 unit, and
Mhm.
do a special 5% down payment. The new program just came available last November 2023. 5% down and live in 1 unit and rent out the other 3 unit and let the other renter pay most of your mortgage, not all for you. So for them to even create a pro forma to give you the fact that the 1 unit is vacant for your live in as a primary
Nice.
home, and then look at the numbers. I'm not going to go over the numbers, but at the end of the day, if you qualify and all that, you can live at your unit as a primary home buyer for minimum 1 year. Then when you leave, potentially, and you rent out the vacant unit, then all the units are rented.
Mhm.
You can create long-term cash flow investment for your property and do house hack on another location. I've done several house hacking myself, so I understand. For this company, Southern Impression Home, to go out of their way to, some people want to do house hacking. So anyway, but mainly this is a investor type of method model for most people.
Nice.
And so, yeah, so they're so thorough, so much information on all these links on different locations. Now, let me go back to performance by market. All right. And there's so much. Let's go over Ocala, which I like in family home.
Mhm.
They have 3 models. So I can pick a model, but they have different loan programs. So let's pick a 5% interest rate,
Right.
builder rate buy down. Instead of paying 7% on a normal investment, you have a rate buy down, nothing out of your pocket. The builder will incentivize everything. So at the end of the day, these are the great numbers, right? On this newest brand home in Ocala, only 269K, still very low price.
Very good.
They did some projection. They project 8% appreciation rate, which is rental growth rate 4%, vacancy rate 4%. All these nice numbers. So you put 25% down payment with a 5% amazing rate buy down. Today, you gross rent of 1725 minus all your obligation, your monthly net cash flow per year $272. So the numbers really make sense. This is a hybrid market. You get capital in appreciation. So just one example of many. So they've done so much. All these links are so thorough, so educational, and they have so many properties available for sale. They get sold very quickly, even in today's economic conditions. But what else I need to say? Let me see. Let me go over. Yeah, there's several of my investors closed escrow in Florida. And
nice.
they have a great experience because this Turnkey company, they are so professional, they're so easy to work with. Their property management company or the technology. I have a portal. I have a logging portal for my property in Ocala.
Nice.
And they just, like you said, they just send me a check directly to my checking account every single.
I love that. That's the best part. You don't have to worry about anything in between, too. So that's always nice.
Exactly. And the portal is so detailed. I can communicate through the portal.
Nice.
Directly through the portal. And the portal give me a monthly, weekly, daily report, what's going on, any kind of maintenance, any kind of issues. It's all inside the login portal in the property management company. So, so everything is so transparent, so visible. You can see what's going on a monthly basis with any of your property. Let's see what else I can show. Yeah, on the one hand, it's so overwhelming to have so many locations, home, duplex, fourplex, at so many locations. They all from, wow.
Nice.
It's just like a kid in a candy store. When a motivated investor, when they do their due diligence in this particular marketplace, they always say, "Oh, I wish I had more money to buy more than one."
Yeah.
So desirable, great locations, low cost of entry. The numbers work, 25% down, you can cash flow, long-term buy and hold. And it's just really nothing more I need to say. Oh, one more thing I need to say. All those locations we just mentioned, again, my goal with my network investors is to slowly introduce the hybrid investment model, the doing the medium-term rental. A lot of those areas, Ocala, Inverness, Palm Coast, Jacksonville, Cape Coral, and Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda, all those 9 locations. I have to believe that because these are growing, emerging market into the suburbs of Florida, and the retirees and baby boomers and millennials are moving into this sub-market in Florida because the other areas of Florida are so expensive. You're talking like in Miami, South Florida, those median price of those homes are like $500K to $1 million or more.
Yes. Yeah.
The number doesn't work. And Ocala, there's a city named Naples, Florida, below Ocala, Southwest Florida. The median price of homes in Naples is like $500K, $1 million, $5 million.
Right. Yeah.
And down the Atlantic coast of Florida, those coastal areas, those are very expensive homes. And also, if you Gulf Coast, above Southwest Florida, above Cape Coral area, like into Tampa, into Sarasota, into St. Petersburg, right? Those good homes, again, multi-million-dollar homes. A lot of investors wish we could Florida 5-10 years ago when those homes were half the price it is now.
But it looks like too, with the homes where you listed out where the opportunities are, there's still a huge opportunity for growth, because it seems like those properties that you're looking at are very reasonably priced. And you also get the combination of the appreciation plus the cash flow. I was really shocked that you could get such good cash flow in a state that's, a little higher price than where I was buying up in Buffalo, New York. But you get the best of both worlds because Florida real estate is going to increase. So even though you didn't maybe get in 2, 3 years ago, now would still be a really time to get it, a really good time to get in.
Yeah, so, Julie, I know Florida very well. All the properties all over the Florida
Yeah.
20 years ago. I'm not an expert by no means, but from a high level, from a 20-foot level, I know those markets. I know their appreciation will consistently have gone through the roof over the year, especially during the pandemic. And some people think, oh, Florida is too volatile market, too much insurance issues, HOA issues. It all depends where you buy, or it depends what kind of property you're buying. If you own a cheap condo, they're 3 stories tall, South Florida, Atlantic coast, they're built 40 years ago. Yeah, the HOAs are increasing and the insurance issues are skyrocketing, but only in those specific locations and asset classes that are impacted by all the negativity around Florida. But the numbers, it's hard to cash flow in Florida these days because of the skyrocketing housing prices increases. And the rental rates have not kept up with the housing prices. So if you buy, we used to promote in inner Orlando, in Tampa, and other parts of Florida, like 500-600 years ago. At that cash flow, but now you cannot cash flow. Some of my previous video I've done for my network in Florida, where this is the final frontier. Even with the builder incentive of 4.7 and 5.5% 30-year fixed rate mortgage, you can still get limited cash flow on the location we just mentioned. But without the builder's incentive to reduce the rate to get more cash flow, you can't cash flow almost anywhere else anymore in Florida.
Yeah.
The strategic location that we've just mentioned, the 9 locations, are the last remaining cash flow opportunities for investors for the next few years. And that's it. If the location that we're promoting right now, if they continue to skyrocket in home prices, and cash flow 25% and down anymore, even with the builder incentive. I don't know how much, because Florida will continue to grow. Yes, it has not grown as recently the past year than in the past, whatever, but it will continue to grow. People still going to move, especially away from the hurricane area, especially in the central area. We're still moving in those locations, and there's still
absolutely.
But still shortage of home, and it's still a seller's market, and there's a perfect opportunity to buy. One more thing, I almost forgot. I know this is a long-term kind of situation, long-term annual lease that almost got diverted. A lot of the locations we just mentioned, I've been doing a lot of research, and you can convert your long-term rental now or in the future after you to secure one of these properties. You can do a medium-term rental in many.
Nice.
But you know why, right? The best area to convert potentially into a high model to medium-term rental, 30, 60, 90, 120 days, without traveling nurses or healthcare professional, the whole digital nomad, locating from what they're willing to do the medium-term rental. The ideal market to do medium-term rental is a market that have population growth, job growth, the infrastructure, a lot of construction, hospitals are being built, and then the economic infrastructure is growing in the area. That's where you find a lot of opportunity for medical professionals renting for the medium term. You can charge higher rent. You can pay the furnishing of the unit from the pocket, which is not cheap. But so our investors, if they want to buy for long term, first and foremost, Florida, and making money through slowly but surely cash flow and appreciation model, and then you can, once I do more research, once our investors do more research on those existing properties they have, potentially convert some of those units into a medium-term rental investment methodology, especially like we're doing in South Texas, right? In South Texas, a 4-unit, and we have to acquire some of the investors already during the system. They are using Furnish Finder. They're already
nice.
And Airbnb for medium-term rental in South Texas.
Very cool.
Converting 1 or 2 of the units of the 4 units into a medium-term rental space. The Florida locations that we have duplex
Mhm.
in Ocala, we have a duplex in Palm Coast, we have duplex in Cape Coral and Lehigh.
Yeah.
We have fourplex Jacksonville, Florida, all brand new, and you can convert some of the units into medium-term rental at some point in the near future.
Right.
So, so my job, that's the value of being a member of my network. The value,
Right.
no other investment club that I know of where
Mhm.
owner and myself, I'm so, so proactive. So try to think of ways for our investors to scale and to make more money,
Right.
other opportunities other than long-term rental. We do in it, and I talk about tax planning also and all kind of aspects. The videos that you have done,
Right.
our members, they don't realize the tremendous value in being a member of my organization. And there's my
I think it's important to understand that the investment arena, as far as properties, is ever evolving. It's ever changing, and I think that staying abreast of the information. I think that's why these videos that you do are so valuable. But it keeps people up to date on what's happening in the market. And you may have started out like our goal was long-term investments. We're never going to sell them. We're always going to collect the rent. And that's what's going to help fund our retirement. But even now, with understanding the midterm and the short term, and we've talked about those on other videos, but just understanding that there are still additional opportunities with what we already have. So I think the main thing is to keep up with the information, get your information from a good source, and be open to trying some new things if you're in a position to do that.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's the future. Yeah, I appreciate that, Julie. And how you see the value of being a member of my investment club
Right.
here in North California. But
Mhm.
the future is so much, it's so just so great, even under these economic conditions, even elevated mortgage rate scenario, and all the negative information, the crash bros porn videos out
Mhm.
there. They've been brainwashing people as we speak every single day by
Right.
by you know, reporting these idiots and morons producing these stupid videos, crash bros, you are out there. But it's just very sad. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Interest
Right.
rate, economy, recession, inflation, all these negative headlines that we see every day. It doesn't matter because there are opportunities to buy as an investor. You have to understand your buy box. You have to understand where you can target your property. If you live in a high cost market, like in California, New York, or New Jersey, or Massachusetts, or Chicago, or Colorado, if you want to buy in a good area, buy cash flow, scale your portfolio, you have to find the right team to help you
Right.
scale your
Right.
so and we are the right team, right? We have the right.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. And I think again that I think there are opportunities in every market. So I don't think people should get hung up on waiting for the interest rates to come down or waiting for the property values to come down, or just don't keep waiting because you're missing opportunity. And like I said, I think there's opportunity in every market depending on what your goals and what your strategies are. Hmm.
Yeah, investors, turnkey with investors, we have a lot of flexibility. We're not married to any market. If you're a primary homeowner, you're stuck in wherever you live, right? Well, subject
Right.
to housing costs in your specific market, unless as a primary homeowner, home buyer, unless you're willing to move,
Right.
it's cheaper. If you're not willing to move, if you want to stay in your area as a primary home, potential primary home buyer, you're restricted. You can only what you can in your market, which is very as an investor, the world is your oyster.
Literally. Yes. Mhm.
1,000 counties in the U.S. There are 5,000 cities. The market is different. There's no such thing as a national listed market. It's
Right.
very local. Every market is hyper local. All about buying in a specific neighborhood. One
Right.
one block away from another neighborhood, they are, the situation is totally different.
Could be night and day. Yes. Absolutely. Hmm.
Oh,
Good. Hmm.
yeah, okay. As we conclude this, I just received a text from Ken Kanazi, and
Okay.
he said, I asked him, once the hybrid model are doable in Buffalo Niagara Falls, meaning
Right.
investors buying a property, not just long-term investing
Right.
from tunnel, but the medium-term tenant and Airbnb, short-term rental.
Right.
I just asked them once again that whether his property management company are willing to manage our medium-term and short-term rental
Right.
property.
Right.
And his answer says yes. His answer is yes. I think we would be willing to do that.
Oh, very cool. That's exciting because that's where our properties are. All of our properties are which we bought through Buffalo Turnkey. So that gives us other options. We still continue, we still plan to have our long-term strategy, but if you can convert maybe one unit or one of the duplexes that we have into, that's a great, it's just another opportunity, another added opportunity.
Absolutely. As we conclude this, we're done for today's video, and I appreciate your weekly co-hosting with me on this podcast.
Been fun. It's been fun.
Next Thursday, and we'll talk about more opportunities in real estate.
Absolutely. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you, Julie. Nice day.
You too. Bye-bye.